Alright, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the second installment of the men's Saturday track and field series at Haverford. Great conditions this morning. It's about 50 degrees and partly cloudy. Now, before we get started with the first event of the day, the 4x100, I want to give some quick shout-outs from last week's meet. Let me pull that up. Let's see. Yes. Great performance in the long jump. We had senior Andrew Loomis was 1 centimeter away from his PR of 5.7 meters. Robbie Eaton led with a mark of 6.19 meters. In the 100-meter dash, David Cole had a PR of 13.49. In the 200-meter dash, Robbie Eaton had a nice time of under 24 seconds, 23.8. And our solo pole vaulter, Eaton, had a mark 2 centimeters away from his PR. He vaulted 4.45 meters. And our thrower, Rasak G2, shout out to him. He got marks in javelin, discus, shot put, and hammer. And distance-wise, we had a great lead in the 5K by Ryan Crudell, PR by Aaron Bratt, a big PR from senior Nathan Ackerholm. He ran 15:53, PR of over 40 seconds. PR from Jacob Gaba, Ryan Queenamoan. In the second heat, we had a nice PR from Luca Pacho and Gabe Borshow. First event of the day will be the men's 4x100 meter relay. Beau Quaquier handing it off to Robbie Eaton, to Andrew Loomis, and David Cole with the anchor leg. Get started shortly. On deck we have the 400-meter dash with Jacob Foster and Gene Perry. Both had solid times last week. After that, looking at the 2,000-meter steeplechase. Dry, however, no water jumps. We'll get to that shortly. We have the runners heading to their appropriate stations around the track. We'll get going in just a moment here. Lane 3 here, as you can see. Once again, a beautiful day. Great day to run some fast times. That's the 10 o'clock bell, if you can hear it. Just a moment before the gun goes off, so to speak. So stride out the blocks. Once again, we'll be beginning the first event of the day momentarily. Coach Matthew Cohen checking in on all the runners. Bo approaches the starting blocks. This is up. A little bit of timing issue there. We'll get it sorted. Start shortly. On the mark. There we go, Bo. Beautiful start through the turn. Keeps it up. Handing off to Robbie Eaton. Oh, there we go with the handoff. Eaton takes it down the backstretch. Beautiful. Handing it off to Andrew Loomis. Takes it. Solid handoff. There we go, around the bend. Handing off to the anchor leg. David Cole. Oh, he takes it. There we go. Beautiful finish. Yeah, there we go with the arms. And time. Nice lead at the end there. Getting started shortly. It's the 400-meter dash. Sophomore Jacob Foster and senior Gene Perry. Once again, a wonderful 4x100 meter relay to start the day there. Really, really solid, boys. Good job. Now, everyone you'll see in the 400-meter dash and the 400-meter relay, you'll see later today in the Open 100 and the Open 200. See some familiar faces later. Jacob and Gene are gearing up for the start. Respectively, they threw down times last week of, let's see, Jacob threw down a, let's see, what was it? It was a 54.75, and Gene ran 52.59. Both about two and a bit seconds off their personal bests. Gene's personal best is 50.67, 50.67, I should say. Personal best of 52.35. Speedy time, if you ask me. They're just taking their sweats off, getting uniform. about ready to go here. Once again, on deck is the 2,000-meter steeplechase, dry that is, and you'll be seeing performances from 4 freshmen, Matt Denton, Walker Evans, Luca Ponicello, and Sammy Schindel, and returning steeplechase runners Jack Hunter, also known as Pants, and Ryan Rod O'Donnell, who respectively in the steeple have marks of 9:51 and 10:27. The freshmen, it's completely new event to them, except for Sammy Schindel, who in high school got to run a 1-mile dry steeplechase indoors, got a mark of 5:20.7. And after that, we'll be getting into some distance events. You'll be seeing 2 heats of the 1,500. Get into that shortly. Once again, the 400-meter runners are taking their last strides, loosening up, getting ready to... I think it's going to be a fast race. I have high hopes for this. I would not be surprised if there's some improvement from last week as we march towards the end of the season. Now, there might be some impact from wind, but I believe that will be negligible. I forgot to mention, forgive me, 1 or 2 more standout performances from last week's meet. Before we get started, just wanted to say we had a great performance in the 1,500 from sophomore Nathaniel Leininger. Right behind him, Charlie Ferguson. A big kick from the former Nathaniel. He really brought it home in the last lap or so. We'll get going shortly. The boys again take their last strides, get their sweats off. Cloud coverage here, but skies don't look angry. I don't think we're expecting any kind of precipitation today. A little windy here again. Winds are supposed to be around 10, 11 miles per hour through late mid-morning. We are right now, but I don't feel that'll be too much of an impact. And once again, it's a beautiful day. It's right around 50 degrees. Great conditions to run in. Almost unseasonably cold around this time of year. Expecting some warmer temperatures. Regardless, Jacob and Jean are approaching the start here. off. And we are just about good to go. The 400, it's always a tough event. These guys are just hoping to hold on in that last 100, 150 meters. And we're getting started now. On the mark. It's a standing start from Gene Perry. Jacobs down, no blocks down, up, set. There we go, and they're off. Beautiful acceleration right out the gate. Fast to the first 100. Jacob Foster holding on right there with him. There we go, right around the bend. And this is right here, everyone. This is where the lactic acid starts to build up. You can see they're just holding on, just holding on. Can they just keep it up to the last 100? Beautiful. They're right there, neck and neck. There we go. Beautiful finish. Nice lean from both of them. Good time, I believe. Up next, shortly, will be the, let's see, it's the 2K steeple, and that should be in about 12 minutes or so. Well, we got some time. Once again, you're looking at 4 newcomers to collegiate steeple: Matt Denton, Walker Evans, Luca Ponticello, and Sammy Schindel. The last of whom did run one steeple event in high school. Returning steeplers, John Pants Hunter and Ryan Rod O'Donnell. Expecting some good times all around. Now, for those of you who don't know, the origins of this Ireland centuries ago, when people would mount horses and race from one town's steeple to the next, bounding over walls and through creeks and such, and that's come to be adapted over time on the track. And normally, collegiate steeple is, for the men's, is 3 with water jumps each lap. And this time around, we will be going over the water jump. There will be a cover over it. There'll be no water or anything. It'll be, like I said, 2,000 meters, 2 kilometers, 5 barriers to the lap. You can see they're gathering on the track distance, the steeplers on the other side, getting warmed up. They've got about 10 minutes to go till showtime. getting some last-minute practice on the backstretch. That's getting over the barrier. I don't believe in practice these athletes have done much practice with the barrier. Oh yes, they're moving the barriers onto the track now. They've mostly been working with hurdles. These barriers are tough to move around. Really, you just want them for competition. Heard from Coach Tom Donnelly will be starting in about 7 minutes. So a little ahead of schedule here. Now it looks like in the first lap, so I've heard, they'll only approach 2 or 3 steeples. We'll see shortly, and then they'll each lap after that we'll have to negotiate 5 per lap. And since it's not quite a full 400 meters, because the water jump is slightly off of the normal bit, start line is quite a bit back, about maybe 20 meters, maybe a little bit less, as there's distance cut off each lap. Now on the home stretch, now we have our steeplers getting some more practice in. God, it's so gracious. It's just beautiful. Beautiful event to watch. Once again, many of these freshmen have not raced any kind of steeple event before. They've just started out mid-March with getting in, practicing originally with hurdles, increasing the length, or the height, I should say, over time. Doing a lot of drills for flexibility, as that's key in loosening up. Coach Tom Donnelly recommends that our steeplers spend time each day, however many days they can. That makes sense. Just doing drills in their rooms and getting hip flexibility. He said that it helped him a lot when he was in college. And he was a star runner at Villanova. Great steepler. Even better coach. Once again, we're getting started shortly. A few minutes ahead of schedule. It'll be maybe 3 or 4 minutes until we get going, until the quote-unquote gun goes off. That's the final call. 5 minutes to go. Sweats are coming off. You can see those white singlets coming out. attempts at the steeple before we get going. On deck, we have 15 missing from Jeffrey Allen, Charlie Ferguson, Scott Kaiser, James Carlson, Ryan Credell, Daniel Leininger, Ryan Queenamon, by Q. That'll be a fun race to watch, and that's Heat 1. Heat 2, you'll see Nathan Acarino, Abe Doroshow, Jack Medicos, Michael Franco, Jacob Gaba, Kachinghi, Jacob Landsberg, also known as Whams, and Jay Whitesell. After that, you'll be seeing some triple jump, and then we'll get on to some shorter events. Drawing your attention to the line now as we get going. See if I can get a clock on this. Get a stopwatch going. Towing the line now. Going on your marks and then go. Final instructions from Matthew Late Night Cohen. Right. There we go. And they're off fast. Freshman Matthew Denton in the lead. Again, I hope they can realize shortly that they must negotiate these barriers. I think they will eventually slow down. Again, Matt Denton with a healthy lead, Luca Ponicello approaching him. Senior John Pants Hunter just right up with them. Walker Evans. You see Ryan O'Donnell, Dave waddling it with his hat. And Sammy Shindell right in the back. They're approaching their first barrier here, coming around. This is where the water jump would be. It's just dry. And there we go. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. No spills yet. You see the first, they're only going through 2 steeples on the first lap. Walker Evans way out, approaching, leading the pack. There we go. Beautiful. And we're getting some spread now through the first lap in 72. 73. The next barrier coming up. As you can see, it's getting more spread out as we go. Walker Evans, John Pants Hunter leading the pack. Matthew Denton right behind him. Rod O'Donnell, Sammy Shindell, Luca Ponicello just sitting comfortably. Beautiful. And the key with these steeple events, these longer hurdle events, is just run how fast you would for that distance, and then just you realize you have to go over these barriers. Little stutter steps there. Now they're coming back together. The pack is sort of shrinking. The spread is lessening. they come around. Let's see. Pants Hunter leading the pack. See that? Hear that thud over there? That's where the water would be. Pants with a solid lead. Matt Denton right behind him. This is beautiful to see all these guys working together right there. Oh, little spill from Walker Evans on the backstretch. Gets right back up. Gets right back up. Right there with him. A little adrenaline taking through. He's right up there with him. Now through the 800 in just under 2:35, it looks like. Now we're seeing a lot of spread here. It's sort of lessening it. Pants holding a solid lead. Denton right behind him. Again, everybody, these are newcomers. A lot of these are newcomers to the event. Denton right up there with him. Evans holding on. Ponicello right there with him. Pants just having an absolute field day in the front. Beautiful negotiation of the water barrier. Ponicello. And now to Evans. I mean, Pants, he's just beautiful, beautiful form. He's been doing this for years. Feels like steepling career has led up to this. And next week, where he will likely race the 3K steeple at Penn. Now through 1200, about, looks like they're just under 4 minutes. Evans right behind them. Evans holding on. Pants with a solid lead. It must be around 20, 30 meters. And you can see Denton and O'Donnell just holding on, looking to strike at any moment. They're over 60% of the way done. They're well over halfway. They're approaching the bell lap shortly. Again, looks like Pants, the solid lead, just going to hold on to that. Let's see, takes a spill, which doesn't look like he will. O'Donnell making a decisive move now, looking to strike before the bell lap. Denton holding on with him. God, poetry in motion. Denton's holding on. There we go. Schindel locking eyes on Denton's back. Luca right behind him. Evans holding on. Once again, Pants Hunter with a solid lead. O'Donnell's making attempts to hack away at that. This is just a beautiful performance all around. From the first years and the returning steeplers, all having a field day. They came through, looks like they came through under, or I should say around 5:10 maybe, for that last, going into the last bell lap. Pants Hunter has, let's see, one more steeple to go. Working on his kick. He's just having a great day out here. O'Donnell right behind him. Then Denton holding on. Over the water jump. Pants negotiates his last barrier. 80 meters to go-ish, I should say. Beautiful, beautiful finish. Very, very consistent. O'Donnell right behind him. Made substantial progress on that lead. Denton leading the first years. Schindel and Ponicello neck and neck. Oh, a beautiful sprint finish. Oh my gosh. And it looks like Schindel takes it. Ponicello right there with him, neck and neck. Evans finishing up here. One barrier to go. 80 meters to the finish. And he'll be just over 7 minutes. The finishers, the top finishers, I believe, Pants was around 6:30. I might be mistaken. He might have been a little bit faster, a little bit slower than that. Now that's the 2K steeple for you, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on next to the 1500. Some time to elapse before that. That's at 10:40. It's about 10:30 right now. Let's see. Once again, Heat 1, you'll see Jeff Allen, Charlie Ferguson, Scott Kaiser, Amos Carlson, Ryan Crudell, Nathaniel Leininger, who really had a standout performance last week. Wonderful kick, and it looks like it was a PR. He ran, let's see, what was it, 4:09.75. Charlie Ferguson right behind him, 4:10, it seems. And that's those two times. They're really incredible. They're right around sub 4:30 full mile, English mile, and or right over 4:30 for an English mile. And that's a stellar time to see at this point in the season, and given the fields of competition, and I should say given the situation of intra-team competition, that's a wonderful time. And if there were some SWAT guys to chase down, that would easily creep further into the 4:20s for a full English mile. Once again, great job to our 6 steeplers. We'll see some repeat performances next week, hopefully, in the meet at Penn. That will be a full 3,000-meter steeple with a water jump. It will be wet. And once again, after the 1500, we're looking at after the 1500, there'll be some jumps, and then 100-meter dash and a 200-meter dash. The triple jump, you will see marks from, let's see, who will we see? Triple jump will be, I don't know who will be jumping then. Triple jump, you'll see Robbie and Andrew Loomis. And then in the second heat of the 1500, seeing performances from Nathan Ackerheim Sr., Dave Dorshow Sr., Jack Fanico Sr., Michael Franco, Gabe Kaching. Once again, Kaching had a great performance in the 5K last week. Shaved off a considerable amount of time from his previous PR. And this is his first semester with the Goats, first real season with the Goats. He's just made enormous strides. I'd like to see what he can do today. Huge improvement for him so far. We'll keep seeing that. Again, you'll see repeat performances in the 100, 200, David Coleman, Bo, Wakier, Andrew Loomis, Robbie, Foster, Dean Perry, everyone who you saw in the 400 or the 4x1, you'll get to see again. And I don't know if you can hear that, the whirring down there of the massage gun. These short distance guys are just draining some lactic acid before they have to go shortly. It's coming up about an hour or so, hour 15. Getting the barriers off the track now. That's the last one. Those things are not a one-person job, like the hurdles, which are easier to move off and on the track. guys. Trying to get some strides in. The gun, so to speak, should go off shortly. Another, I don't know, let's see. Give a little bit of time. Yeah, another 10, 15. Things seem to be running on or ahead of schedule so far. The event leaders today are doing a tremendous job in keeping things running smoothly. You know, keeping the numbers, the infield low, and yeah, it's been great so far. Like I said, we've had some fast times, beautiful performances. Still a steeple to be removed on the track. Needed a finish. The home stretch. I believe it'll be moved off shortly. Backstretch there. More and more of the 1500 guys coming around. Ready to get going shortly. Getting their last strides in. Not had first call yet. We'll have that shortly. Once again, it'll be a 1500 meter run, not a full English mile or a 1600 that a lot of these guys would have run in high school. It's a 1500, which I believe that the use of that distance dates back to England when maybe the turn of the century or around then, earlier or later. Tracks used to be 500 meters, so it would be 3 laps to a 1.5 kilometer or 1500 meter race. We still run that today, and it looks a little strange on a 3 3/4 of laps, but either way, I think we'll have some fast times. I'm excited to see what guys can do. Hopefully, we get to see some more stellar kicks as we did last week. But it's a lot of distance guys in the 1500 today. You know, we have 2 heats of 8 goats. Heat 1 coming to the track. Looking to start shortly. Once again, getting some last strides in. Some of those guys who had great performances in the 5K last week, 5,000 will be coming back to be in the 1,500. Like I said, Ryan Credell had a great race. And big PRs from Q, and Gabe, and Nathan. Nathan's going to be in Heat 2. Run a fast time there. What else? A great 5,000 times we had. Let's see. Oh, and they're off. There we go. Fast. Down the front stretch. Charlie Ferguson taking an early lead. Ryan Credell right there with him, right behind him, sitting on his draft. like I said, fast through the first lap. Charlie Ferguson taking an early lead. Looks like he'll hold on for some time. Nathaniel Leininger coming right around. Oh, we've got Aaron Bratt in the race today. Beautiful. Like I said, he had a great 5K last week. And Ryan Q, Unimone, holding on right behind him. We've got Fergie, Ryan, Milky, Credell, and Nathaniel right behind him. That's a fast first 400. I don't have the exact time on that, but just eyeballing it, it looked quite fast. Milky taking the lead. Looks like he passed on the inside there. We're already 500 meters into this 1,500 meter endeavor. And these guys coming around, they'll just be 150 meters short of halfway. Milky taking that lead. Nathaniel, you can see he's just holding on. Amos right there with them. Scott Kaiser, Jeffrey Allen, Big Cheese right there. Ryan Q holding on. And they've got 800 meters to go. They're approaching the 750 meter mark of the race, which means they're halfway done right now. It's not too far from the finish. Milky holding on to that lead, though it's tight. It's really, really, really tight. Got 6 guys out in the front there. Scott Kaiser holding on in the back. That pack. Amos Carlson taking the lead. Decisive move. Very decisive. Ladies and gentlemen, they don't have too much left to run. I mean, this is a key move on Carlson's part. Fergie and Nathaniel and Cheese and Scott and Milky just holding on. You can see Milky coming around the outside. Carlson relinquishes that lead. Fergie right there with him. Jeffrey Allen and Q right behind them. They've got not too much time to go. That was seemed like it was a fast lap. They've got 350. Now this is where the kicks start. You can see Carlson making a move on the outside. Cordell just sitting. He's just sitting. He's going to kick shortly. You'll see, yeah, there he goes. There he goes. He's starting to move a little bit. Carlson just keeping him in contact. And Fergie goes with him. You can see Cheese starts to make a move. Scott makes a move. Nathaniel holding on with them. There we go. Now this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is when the race begins. 150 to go. Fergie on the outside. Cordell holding on, keeping him in contact. Amos and Cheese right there with there. Oh, Fergie with a beautiful kick. Milky holding on. Oh, absolute raw speed. Beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Carlson and Bratt right there. Nathaniel and Scott Kaiser right there with them. Jeffrey Allen finishing shortly. Q right up there with them. It's a beautiful performance in the first heat. There we go, Q. Through the line, Q. Beautiful finish. Nicely in there. All right. Once again, fantastic performance there. In the first heat of the 1500, you'll be seeing, let's see, Nathan Ackerheim, Senior, Abe Dorshow, Senior, Jack Fonikos, and Jacob Landsberg, both seniors. Michael Franco, Jacob Gaba, Kaching He, and Jay Whitesell coming up shortly. Once again, a beautiful first heat, some fast times. Other guys are warming up, getting going shortly. They'll have infield access momentarily before these, right after these guys clear out. 1500. Wish I could get an exact time on that. You'll have to check results afterwards. You can check athlete bios on Haverford Athletics if you want to see results. These will not be posted to MileSplit or Athletic.net or anything of the like. But really, I just want to drive home great performances so far today. 1500-meter guys in the first heat clearing out. We'll have the second heat moving in shortly. You can see on the infield we have the sprinters gearing up, recovering from their first event, moving on to the next event of the day for them. Looks like we'll be seeing some triple jumps from Loomis and Robbie Eaton shortly. Of course, before then you'll see the second heat of the 1500. I smell some PRs coming along. I do. I really do. Sub 4:30, 1500 time is coming along. I can smell it. Just taking their last strides here. They'll get going shortly. Well, hopefully we can get better times on them. My apologies. Last week in the triple jump, let's look at the marks. We had Robbie Eaton and Andrew Loomis again. Loomis jumped 12.43. That's a season best for him, I believe. Robbie Eaton was not too far off of his personal best of, he jumped 12.11, and last week his personal best is 12.32. Jumpers, let's just keep up the good work and get some good marks, even better marks as the season marches on. I want to draw your attention to the backstretch as we are just getting started momentarily with the second heat of the 1500 meter today. Really cannot stress this enough. It's a beautiful day out here. It's a little chilly. Some gusts of wind here and there, but it hasn't been nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. And good temp to run in. Fantastic temp to run in. I do feel for the jumpers though, standing around a lot in this kind of cold. Final leg swings and jumps about before we get going here. Once again, a special shout out to the seniors in this race. Jacob Whams Landsberg, Nathan Ackerheim, Abe Doroshow, and Jack Finikos. Great leadership from them this year. So it's a real shame that seasons were cut off like this, but they've done their part in maintaining excellent culture of this team. We're getting started shortly. Once again, Nathan Ackerheim just had a very, very, very good season, very quietly. Last week, a huge PR in the 5K, over 40 seconds. That's no easy feat. Serious improvement on his part. Shout out to Nathan. And they're off. Fast on that first bend. Gaba taking an early lead. Wham's right behind him. See Nathan holding on. Franco right there with him. We're tight so far. Fast through the first 100. Looks like that first 200. Again, it's going to be a little bit fast. They'll eventually slow down here. Do the first 200, I'd say in about 34, 35. We're going to run some good times here, ladies and gentlemen. Gaba holding that lead. Wham's right there with it. Geez, he might make a move to pass soon. Franco right there with tight pack. Dorsho, Kachinghi right there together, working together in the back. Gaba holding on to that lead through 300. Through 350 it looks like. Through 400. Again, he's having an absolute field day here. Looks like it's about 70 seconds. 71, 72, 73. Good work from Kitching and Abe in the back there. Gabe is holding on to the lead here. Whams is sitting comfortably on him. And it's good pack dynamics up in the front. 5, 6 guys just sticking right together. Gabe holds that lead through the 500. Through possibly 600 here. We'll see if some of the guys here want to make a move. It's early to decide again. This is shaping up very differently from the first heat. They're fast through the first bit here. Just working together. Good stuff. Whitesell holding on there. This is Kaching and Abe in the back there. Gabe holds that lead through 700 meters. They're approaching halfway in the race here. Gabe holds that lead. Whams is just sitting right there on him. You can see some of these guys might want to make a move. Yeah, through the 800 in, it looks like 2:22 maybe? A little bit quicker. Gabe holds that lead, just holding on beautifully. He's got 600 meters-ish to go. He's thinking about that kick. You can see a lot of the other guys, and they're just thinking about that kick. Nathan holding on. Good consistency from Kaching and Abe. And Jay. Again, Gabe is just holding on to that lead. He's got, say, 500 to go from here. And he is just leading these guys beautifully. They might be drafting off of him. We'll have to see what kind of moves they make. There we go, Nathan. Go, Jay. Abe, Kaching. They've got 400 to go. 320. They're just. Oh my God! This is poetry in motion. This is absolutely beautiful. They've got less than 400. They got 350 to go. Gabe is holding that lead. He's having a great day. Wham's passing him on the outside, makes a decisive move. Looks like they're beginning to kick here. Gabe responds. Gabe responds here. He's keeping him in contact here. Vanikos and Franco working together right behind them. Wham's having a good day. He's got 200 to go in less than 4 minutes. Let's see what they can run. There we go. 150 to go. 405. 406. 100 to go here. Wham's having a great day. Just sat and kicked right off of Gaba. Gaba there right behind him, having another great day. Fanikos and Franco right there with him. Wham's 428. Gaba right there. 431, 432, 433, 434, 435. Fanikos runs a 437. Good finish from Jay. Whitesell coming up. Nathan there right behind him. Abe and Kaching. Beautiful finish. There we go, Nathan. Good stuff. Good finish. A nice lean at the line here, hopefully. There we go. Nice finish from Kaching. A big PR, I sense. Yeah, Kaching. There we go, Kaching. Through the line in 5:12. I think that's a big PR for him. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. Nice kicks from Landsberg and Gaba. Great finishes all around. Triple jumper's getting ready here. What a day for the distance guys here. Once again, fantastic performances in the steeple. Newcomers get some marks. Hunter and O'Donnell just, again, having a field day. And in the 1500, Heat 1, great kicks. And Heat 2, the same thing. Just great, decisive moves. And it's a really impressive thing to see in these sort of intra-team competitions. You know, working off of your teammates. It's just good. It's good teamwork, really. Working off of each other like that. I mean, these guys are just so strong. They've been able to put the mileage in, get the speed work in more recently, and just be present and intentional and diligent about their work in running this year. It's been a great thing to see. Just speaks volumes about the maturity of the team, about our team culture. It's just before 11. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Some more cloud coverage than we saw earlier. Again, want to draw your attention to the triple jump here. Getting some marks from Robbie, Eaton, first year, and senior Andrew Loomis. Seen some great leadership from him for the sprinters and jumpers and shorter. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be getting some results, official results, shortly from official results from running events this morning. All right, let's see. I want to draw your attention to the 4x100 meter relay. We had 50.52. That's an impressive time there. And in the 400 meter dash, 53.8 from Jacob Foster. Gene Perry ran 53.58. And in the 2,000 meter steeple, John Pants Hunter had a 6:31. O'Donnell right behind him with 6:37. Denton 6:43. Sorry, 6:43.6. Schindel right behind him, and just neck and neck with Ponticello. They were both 6:45. Schindel was 6:45.94. Ponticello was just a hair ahead of him. Looks like 6:45.8. And Evans right there with him, 7:04.2. A beautiful performance in the steeplechase. Looking forward to what they can do. See what they can do in the 3,000 meter steeple next week. In the 1,500, Heat 1, Nathaniel. Now let's see. Charlie Ferguson ran 4:10. A little bit of improvement looks like from last week, but right around the same time though. Ryan Credell 4:11. Carlson right there with him. Great move he had. He ran 4:12. And then we had Aaron Bratt, Big Cheese, 4:13. Let's see what else. Jeffrey Allen, 4:25. Ryan Queenamone, 4:33 high. And then the second heat, we had a great performance, great kick in the end from Jacob Landsberg. Whams ran a 4:29. Then right behind him, you had Jacob Gaba for 4:34. Michael Franco right with him, 4:35. Fanicos had a 4:37. Great days all around. Nathan Ackerheim with a 5 flat, 0.4. Dorshow right with him, 5 flat, 0.7. Jinghe, again, huge PR. He had 5:12. Congratulations to all those guys in the 1,500 and all the other events. Just fantastic job. Hopefully we can get some results from the jumps later. Get back to you on that. Oh, good jump from Andrew Loomis over there. Robbie Eaton. Good warm-up, Lucy. Good stuff. Once again, last week we had some good performances. Triple jump. Shortly, we'll be getting started with the men's no, it'll be open 200 and open 100. So repeat performances again. Saw the guys earlier with everyone in the 4x1 and the open 4. You'll get to see again. No, open 100. You'll see Andrew Loomis, Bo Kwakie, and David Cole. Once again, David Cole had a nice PR last week. He ran a 13.49. The 200. Last week, again, Robbie Eaton set a PR, a season best, 23.81. It's a really, really solid time. See if we can get some improvement across the board in the latter events of the day, the shorter events, 100 and 200 coming up. And then after that, we will be finished up. Again, in the triple jump, seeing Andrew, Robbie, and Kayla of the Bees. Sand pit. All cleaned off. Again, a great performance last week in the long jump as well. Andrew Loomis is 1 centimeter. That's right, 1 centimeter away from his personal best. He jumps. His personal best is 5.7. He was just 1 centimeter off. I mean, I think I'm hopeful that we can get some good marks in the triple jump here as well. Hopefully some PRs. It doesn't look like we're going to be affecting it that much. warmed up all too much. It's just after 11. It's 11:12 this morning. Triple jumpers will have 3 attempts, starting off with Kayla of the Bees. And off to Robbie after that. Then Drew Loomis. Once again, 3 attempts here. It's a hop, skip, and jump, I believe. Good acceleration down the stretch. Ooh, whoop, whoop. That's a mark. Measuring it now. Now listening in. Looks like the mark will be hearing shortly. Late night. That's a 10:57. Congratulations, Kayla. That's a mark. Robbie Eaton stepping up. Nice leg in the 4x1. Looks like he's cooled off. Oh, takes a step back. Gets going. Robbie's got some good speed, good raw speed. And he's a talented jumper. He's going to get a good couple marks today. There he goes. It's a hop, skip, and a jump. Ooh, that looked far. Looks like it's going to be a mark. Listen in for what the exact mark will be. $13.00. Congratulations, Robbie. That's another mark. Andrew Loomis taking off now. Take a step back. And here he goes. Stay waiting. Andrew, you can see, is waiting patiently as we break off the sand, get it all clean. He's up. Oh, glass is off. Good move, Andrew. There he goes. Down the stretch. It's a hop, skip, and a jump. Looks like it's going to be a mark. That's a mark. Listen closely to what that will be. So far, I think we had a 10.7 from Kayla and a 13.00 from Robbie. We'll hear what the mark is shortly. 12.42 from Andrew Loomis. It's a good mark so far. Now, in small competitions like this, with the weather being like it is, it's tough. You have to get your jump in and then immediately get your sweats back on, as it is windy and a little chilly, and then strip within a minute or so. Only a few minutes. So it's a lot of off and on again with your sweats, and that can be tough. But these athletes look like they're holding up. We've had 3 marks so far, no fouls. They got 2 more. And make sure to tune in after this to the Bees. They'll have looks like a second installment in their track and field series, spring season. After we're done with the triple jump, look towards the 100-meter dash, followed by the 200-meter dash. Getting cleaned up in the sand pit now. Making sure it's raked up. And these athletes are taking a little break before they take their second attempt. Might be able to see some of the repeat performers. The 400 guys warming up down by the track. They get going, let's see, in about half an hour. Listed as 10:50, but we're running ahead of schedule, folks. Might be a little bit ahead of that. We'll have to see. Now it's on the infield. It's nice and quiet. No big distractions of a typical meet. These athletes, these jumpers, they can just focus on their craft here. Rest up before their next attempt. And correct me if I'm wrong, looking at the long jump results, or the triple jump results, my apologies, from last week, it looks like we've got a big PR from Robbie. Yeah, that's right. He jumped 12:11 last week. His PR is 12.3. He jumped 13 flat. 13.00. Congratulations, Robbie. It's a nice PR. And I believe Andrew had a 12.42. His last week's best was 12.43. His first attempt was 12.00. So we're seeing some improvement all around. Now we're getting ready with the second round of triple jump. Once again, it looks like it's, I believe I heard of 3 attempts, but it might be 4, because it was 4 last week. We'll see what happens with that. These athletes are getting sweats off, getting ready to go. Kayla leading us off here. Good start there, good acceleration. Foul from Kayla. Really solid otherwise. You can see just the tip of the foot is just over the line. Down to Robbie Eaton. Getting mask off. Jump ready. There he goes. Getting a few gusts of wind out here, as expected, as the forecast predicted. Robbie seems unfazed. There he goes. Down the stretch. There he goes. Just beautiful to watch. It's a foul, unfortunately. glasses off. He makes a second attempt here. Loomis up. Mask coming off here. He's ready to go. Once again, senior on the team, offered great leadership, great mentorship to the first years and the other underclassmen. There he goes down the stretch. It's a foul, unfortunately. Like I was saying, Andrew's just been a great leader on the team this year, and he seems unfazed by the foul mark, as do the other athletes here. And we'll just take a moment to breathe before their next attempt. Once again, the sweats are going on as it is chilly and a little bit windy. Like I said, it's just a lot of off and on with that. Stay warm. Well, unfortunately, no marks in the second round. We had all three of our athletes get marks in the first round. A big PR for Robbie, actually. Congratulations. It'll be just a second. It will be a second, and before we get to the third round of attempts. Guys warming up. They've got about 25 minutes to go. And like I said, stay tuned for the Bees women's team in their second, I believe it's their second Saturday track series here in Haverford. It'll be going on right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming up on the third round of attempts for the triple jump. Kayla is leading off. That's a mark. That's a mark, ladies and gentlemen. Get the measurement on that for you shortly. We had a 10-2-8 by Kayla of the Bees. Congratulations. That was a great mark. Up now, we have Robbie. He PR'd in the first round. He had a foul, sadly, in the second round. I think that his third attempt is coming up here. I have high hopes for it. Had some time to cool off, or warm up, I should say. Robbie goes down, stretch. That's a mark! There we go. See how it shapes up against his previous mark, his PR. No matter what happens here, he can walk away from today with a personal best. Congratulations. The 12-1-2, I believe. The 12-1-2. I think I heard that correctly. And that would have been from, let's see, compared to last week. That would have been his faster than his, or sorry, it would have been a longer jump compared to his last week. He jumped to 12-11. That previous jump was at 12. But like I said, regardless, good PR for Robbie for the day. But who knows? I mean, maybe he could lock in. If it is 4 attempts, I couldn't tell if it was 3 or 4. Maybe get another good mark. Andrew Loomis goes down the stretch. Looks like it's gonna be a jump mark. That's a mark, ladies and gentlemen. Great performance from Andrew Loomis in that, and once again, like I said, fantastic leadership from him this whole season. They're just having some trouble seeing where. Oh, they're just straightening out the measuring tape here. Looks like it's going to be. Listen in, folks. 12.56. That's a season best for Andrew. Last week he jumped 12.43 to 12.56. Big improvement. Still shy of his personal best of 13.24. That's cute. It goes 1, 3, 2, 4. 13.24 meters. But that's regardless. That's a season best. Looks like. Unclear whether or not they'll have a 4th attempt. So they're getting their sweats back on. It's a solid round. Marks for all 3 of our athletes. Congratulations, Kayla, Andrew, and Robbie. Congratulations. Max Sanders is in the pit, getting the sand sorted. Looks Looks like they're going to get one more attempt each at a mark. And they have enough time. It looks like we're 15 minutes away from the last events of the day. It's been a quick morning. I mean, started off right about an hour and a half ago. We've gotten in a whole bunch of events. And again, great performances all around. Shout out specifically. Let me look again at those marks. Triple jump round 4 coming up. Once again, nice 400 from Jacob. Nice, great steeple performance from Pants Hunter. 631, gearing up for steeple next week. Nice 1500 from Fergie at Amos. Nice, great, decisive move for him again. Folks, I want to draw your attention again to the triple jump here. The last attempt, the fourth attempt. Kayla starts us off. Looks like it's going to be a mark. Listen in for what exactly that will be. Like I was saying, great performances from, let's see, in the 1500 again, great decisive move from Carlson, right up there with Fergie. That's a 10-12 from Kayla, last of her marks. And again, in the second heat of the 1500, nice kick. Very decisive race, a tactical race, I should say, from Wams. Robbie Eaton in his final attempt of the triple jump this morning. He looks locked and loaded, focused, he's ready. Andrew on deck. Oh, Robbie stepping up to the plate here. And off he goes. Good acceleration. It will, looks like it's going to be a mark. Good job, Robbie. Max Sanders and Late Night Cohen keeping track of his mark there, measuring it out. Done a great job in keeping this event running smoothly. 12:49, I believe. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a 12:29. My apologies. Another solid mark from Ravi. He walks away from today with a PR, season's best and a personal best. Andrew Loomis can plate here. Last jumper of the day. He's just locked in. He's focused. He's hungry. You can see it. He wants it, folks. He really wants it here. Let's see what he can do. Once again, in about 15 minutes, we're going to get started on the 100 and 200. Loomis is off. Looks like it's going to be a mark. Ladies and gentlemen, marks all around. Another solid performance from senior Andrew Loomis. 12:20, ladies and gentlemen. A nice solid mark. Um, Loomis, again, he can walk away from the day with a season's best. He has a few more attempts this year at improving upon his personal best, 13.24 meters. Triple jump is a great job. We have a little bit of a break here before we get. We have 10 minutes, I hear from Coach Cohen, before we get started with the men's 100 meters. Folks, got excited for this last event here. The last events, I should say. We're looking at open 100 meter dash and an open 200 meter dash. Getting started in about 8 or 9 minutes. You'll see in the 100 meter dash, David Cole, who had, again, a great PR last week. Bo Kwakie, Andrew Loomis, who you just saw in the triple jump. Hopefully he can have enough time to recover. Or just, I guess at this point he's just going to have to stay warm for that. And shortly, you'll see, shortly after that, you'll see the 200 meter dash. Robbie Eaton, again, you just saw him in the triple jump. Got a nice PR after that. Jacob, in addition to Robbie, you'll see Jacob Foster and Gene Perry both had a nice performance today in the 400. Second call for the men's 200 meters. We'll get that going in about 10 minutes. Excuse me. Dash from the triple jump. Andrew, Robbie, you're just trying to stay warm here. Take their great performance in the triple jump and ride off of that. 100 and 200. Up and running. They're off in the 100. Andrew Loomis leading, holding on through 50, and he'll have a nice lean at the finish. Oh, very clean. Nice job, boys. I would say possibly another PR for David Cole there. Nice day for the 100-meter guys. Hopefully we can get a time on them. And before that, the men's 200-meter is gearing up to start soon. We'll get a time going live on that. Like I said, you'll see a repeat performance. It'll be Robbie Eaton, you saw in the 4x1 in the second leg, and the triple jump. Just finished up now. He's staying warm around the track, moving the blocks. And then again, you'll see Jacob Foster and Gene Perry. Both had a nice day in the 400. And again, you saw from David Cole, Bo Kawakia, and Andrew Loomis. Nice job, guys, in the 100. All right, we're getting some results, ladies and gentlemen, from the men's open 100. All right, folks. We got some live results from the 100-meter dash there. Andrew Loomis in the lead with 11.89. David Cole, looks like we have another PR from David. A big PR, I should say. 12.39. Bo right behind them, 13.06. They're getting going with the 200 shortly. Get some times on that. Yes, let's see. Yeah, David Cole. I hope I'm reading this correctly. It looks like we have over a second PR in the 100. Folks, that is a rare occurrence. A full second, 1.1 seconds, I should say. 12.39 for a nice PR for David Cole. Last week he ran 13.49. I mean, jeez. Huge improvement. Congratulations, David. I want to focus your attention on the 200 here. Gene Perry, Jacob Foster, and Robbie Eaton. Some good speed from these guys. Expecting at least some PRs, at least some season bests from these guys who not run the 200 yet. And we're off. There's the gun. Good acceleration, keeping their head down, bringing it up. There we go, through the 50. They're holding on through the 100, coming through in about 13. There we go. Jacob's holding on. Gene with the great acceleration there. Robbie's holding on. They're finished neck and neck there. That was a 23 high, it looks like. Maybe 24. And that, folks, is a wrap for the men's tune into the women's right after this.